Through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit and deep encounters with God, Bishop Okudili and Pastor Ifoma Eze have written and published over 70 live transforming books. Succeeding in Marriage After the Wedding, Treasures in a Trash, All You Need to Succeed in Marriage, Preparing for Your Season of Demand, Building a Marriage That Will Stand the Test of Time, and many more. If you're in Nigeria, you can get these at Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries branches. For further inquiries, call 0809-178-7299 or 0805-716-1060. Remain lifted for life.
Once again, I'm excited to have you here on Checkpoint. Thank you so much for all that you do for us. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and for subscribing on our YouTube channel. Because of all that you do, our messages are reaching a wider audience, and for this, we are indeed grateful. Thank you once again for tuning in to Checkpoint, and I'm so glad because you are here. Begin to invite your friends, begin to invite your relations, invite your associates, and invite your neighbors. Let them know that it is time for Checkpoint. Let's send them a message, send them the link, create a watch party, whatever you have to do. Do it now, because Checkpoint today is going to be a huge, huge blessing. All right, share the video on your timeline, share the links, make sure that everyone you know is joining us in. Now I'll be sharing the topic in a little while, and I'll be back after the break. So welcome back. Today on Checkpoint, we have an exciting topic we want to share with you today, and I believe it's something that's going to revolutionize your relationship. So today on Checkpoint, we'll be looking at relationship mistakes that married and dating couples make. Relationship mistakes that married and dating couples make. Many people have been able to come around our programs, and they've asked this question, and the question is, what is the reason for our bad relationship? What is the reason? Why is it that it looks like we are not agreeing on issues? Why does it look like we don't have agreement in so many areas? Why are we having problems in our marriage? Why are we having problems in our relationship? And some of these things are because of the little mistakes that you are making somewhere in your relationship. As a matter of fact, the Bible says that we should chase away the little foxes. We should remove the little foxes that spoil our mind. Some of the things I'm about to share with you, they may not be big and scary, but they are influencing and affecting your relationship negatively. So today, we're going to be looking at relationship mistakes that both married and dating couples make. And it is important that we emphasize that dating couples are equally couples who are dating and looking forward to marriage, not just people who are trying to hang around or waste the time of each other. All right, so these are not the people we're trying to address. We're trying to address married couples or couples who are already dating and hoping that the relationship eventually becomes fruitful. All right, so let us look at this relationship mistakes. And if you're out there, you're watching right now, and you see yourself making any of these relationship mistakes, it is time for you to take a turnaround. It is time for you to make a decision to quit that attitude, quit that habit, so that your relationship can become fruitful, it can become enjoyable, it can become interesting. All right, I always tell people that marriage is not meant to be endured, marriage is meant to be enjoyed. And whether you are married or whether you are working towards marriage, there are these mistakes that you cannot afford to make, because they will injure and they will affect your relationship negatively. So are you ready? Tell me if you are ready. Let me know in the comment section. My question to you tonight is, are you ready? And if you are ready, let me know that you are ready so that we can shoot. All right. So number one relationship mistake that you cannot make, whether you are married, whether you are dating, is too much expectation. Number one relationship mistake is what? Too much expectation. Many of us have so many expectations from the people we find ourselves in the relationship with. So either we're married or either we're still dating, we expect too much. I have heard ladies call their husbands my ATM, and I've wondered, why would you call your husband your ATM machine? You see, that's really not fair, because you are trying to summarize him to just a machine. And he is a personality. He has a lot of things to offer. He has a lot of things to give. And then all that you care about is just the ATM aspect of him, the money dispensing aspect of your spouse. So please, let's be careful about the little things that we do. Sometimes we feel that these little things really don't matter, but eventually they do matter in the relationship. So you have to be careful. You have to be intentional about the things that you do, because this will eventually destroy the relationship that you are trying to build. So please don't expect too much. There are people who will say, oh, this lady, you have to know that my mother died at a young age, so you are going to be my mother and you're going to be my wife. Don't place that kind of burden on anyone, all right? So we know your mother is dead, God bless her soul, but you just married a wife, and you can't just expect her that out of the blues she becomes everything that you just want her to be. She would grow. She will need time to adjust and become a better person. But don't place her in the box where your mom used to be, because she may not be able to fit into that box. So that's what I'm talking about. Too much expectation. We shouldn't let too much expectation ruin our marriages, ruin our relationships. Don't expect too much. Many of you have a long list of what this person is coming to do in your life. You have a long list of the things this person is coming to change in your lives. But you have to be careful. I remember a particular man who said that his grandfather was an only child. His father was an only child, and he is an only child. Therefore, he wants to get married to a wife that can have 12 children, so that he can make up for the childlessness or limited children in his lineage. Listen to me, this is crazy, because you cannot expect one woman to fulfill the lineage desire that could not be fulfilled in the life of your great-grandparent, in the life of your grandparents, in your own life, in your father's life. You cannot expect one woman to just come and fulfill all of that. She has a life to protect, all right? And she will do everything in her power to make sure that she remains healthy and lives as long as God allows her to live here on earth. So you don't just marry somebody and say, oh, I want you to have the 12 children so that you can make up for my entire lineage. That is not being fair. Too much expectation manifests itself in so many ways in relationships, and when we see this happening, we have to intentionally bring it to a halt, because we don't want to see this replicate in our marriages, replicate in our future, replicate in our destiny. So we have to be intentional about what we expect, because when you expect too much from somebody, you place a lot of strain on the person. So this person is not just trying to be a better person, he or she is being forced to become who they really are not. He or she is being forced to provide more, to become more, to give more, and this becomes a problem. So I want to beg you, if you're the one who is having too much expectations in your relationship, this will be the time for you to desist. This will be the time for you to stop it. And if you're the one who so much expectation is being placed on, chill. All right, chill and tell yourself you cannot be who they want you to be. You can only be who you want to be. Let me say that again. You cannot be all that they want you to be. You can only be who you want to be. So you have to make that intentional, deliberate decision to become who you are to become the best version of yourself, and not force yourself into a mold that people have created for you. All right, so I like to go further. I like to share the second relationship mistake that both married and dating couples make, and that is having no vision. Having no vision. How would you say you are dating or you are already married and you don't have a vision? Can I tell you that vision is the force that drives focus? Vision is a mental picture of your preferred future. Vision is a handed down assignment of God for your life. So you cannot live a life without vision, because to live without vision is to live a life full of frustration. So as a married couple, as a dating couple, you need to sit back and ask yourself, what is the goal? What is the vision of your relationship? When my husband and I met, we knew that we wanted to change the world, one person at a time. We knew that we wanted to leave an indelible mark on the sands of time in the lives of people. We knew this, and we came together and we began to seek for ways to actualize our vision. Little ways, little goals here and there to build up to that corporate vision that we both had. You may have a different vision. I'm not saying that my vision or that of my husband and I are supposed to be your own vision. You have to choose your own vision. What is your vision? You have to figure it out for yourself, because mostly a vision is God's plan for your life. So it's not just something you just take a paper and just start scribbling. You need to be sure that God is with you, that there is a divine backup for that vision. So what is your vision? Both of you are just spending time laughing with each other, hanging around, and there is no vision. What is the plan? Every relationship needs to have a vision. Every marriage needs to have a vision. Everything you are doing, there must be a reason why you are doing what you are doing. You can't just wake up in the morning and begin to do something aimlessly. You need to have a very justifiable reason why you are taking the decision that you are taking. So your marriage should have a vision. Your relationship should have a vision. Both of you should be able to sit down and tell yourself, what do we want to achieve in the long run? Where do we want to see ourselves in the next 5 years? I watched a video some time ago on social media while a lady came to meet a guy. I think they both of them were hung out on a date, and the guy asked her, what's your vision for the next 5 years? And the lady got so pissed off and angry, and then she went ahead and put that question on social media. She was ranting about it. She was vehemently angry, and she was like, why would he ask me what my vision for the next 5 years was? And then the guy, after seeing the video, decided to reply, and he came back and said, yes, I am the one who asked her, what's her vision for the next 5 years? And the lady, out of sarcasm, decided to ask him, and she retorted, what is your retirement plan too? And they both got angry. They both left the date. They didn't have that eat out. And then that was how the relationship ended until it landed in social media. So the guy, after seeing the video going viral on social media, he came out also on social media to say that the lady asked him what his retirement plan was. Meanwhile, he just wanted to know what she was looking out for, where she was going, and what her antecedents are. So you see, it is important, very important, that you are able to answer that question. So if you're about to get pissed off with me, or about to get angry with me, please don't, because I'm going to ask you that question. What is your vision for the next 5 years? Answer me right now, in the comment section. Answer me. What is your vision for the next 5 years? You should be clear about where you are going to. You should be clear about what you want. You should be clear about how you want to see your life in the nearest future. So what is your goal? What is your vision for the next 5 years? And if you are there, I can see you. Yeah, don't ask me how I'm seeing you, but I can see you right now. So leave that comment in the comment section and tell me what your vision is for the next 5 years. Where do you want to see yourself? Where do you want to arrive? Where do you want to get to? How far do you want to see yourself? So please let me know in the comment section what your vision for the next 5 years is. All right? So don't get pissed off because I'm asking the same question. Now, number 3 relationship mistake that most married couples and dating couples make is that they hold past grudges. They're holding on to past grudges. Holding on to past grudges. Many married couples, many dating couples they do hold grudges. Just a picture comes to mind. Like I remember what you did to me on a Thursday, the 4th day of the month of maybe April, and then by 4:30 p.m. you said this to me, you said that to me, and 5 minutes later I recorded them so that I would remember what you did to me. Listen to me. Marriage is one platform, one system where you lose together or you win together. There are no winners, soul winners, and there are no soul losers. Let me say that again. There are no soul winners and there are no soul losers. So as a husband, if you are winning and you're not winning with your wife, oh, you are still losing. So we either win together or lose together. So please stop holding on to past grudges. Stop holding on to past grudges. Stop holding on to offenses that have been in the past. Many of us, we like to count errors. We like to count offenses. And that's not a good way to live. You have to let go and let God. You have to let yourself free. You have to come to a point where what somebody has done in the past does not create bitterness and rancor within you. You know who you are. You know what has been done. But you choose to move on. So we move, all right? So you keep moving in your relationship. You keep moving in that marriage. You keep moving in that dating relationship because you don't want to dwell there. Let's stop holding on to past grudges. It's unhealthy. It makes you uncomfortable. Over time, the person cannot even trust you because, oh, if you could keep all of this in your heart over this extended period of time, boy, you can really kill someone with poison. You can really destroy someone. So let's let go, all right? Let's stop the bitterness. Let's stop the rancor. Let's stop the offenses. It is time for you to forgive and forgive genuinely. So please stop holding on to past grudges. As a matter of fact, if you get angry and very unhappy and upset about this person, remember both of you are in a relationship and you're trying to make it work. And if you get that upset, you won't be able to flow with him, you won't be able to flow with her, and then offenses will linger. And when it begins to linger, what happens? It begins to grow a lot of maggots. It begins to grow a lot of terrible and dead things because that's not what you want for your life. So if there is somebody you have not forgiven, if there is somebody you are still carrying your heart with bitterness and rancor, if there is somebody you know that has been angry with you about something, please call on the person and let the person know that I forgive you, you forgive me, let's move on. Because we cannot hold on to offenses for just too long, all right? So number 4, relationship mistakes that both married couples and dating couples make is allowing third parties to control, micromanage, or unnecessarily interfere in your relationship. You are connected to some maybe family members, some friends, but irrespective of that, you cannot allow them to begin to micromanage your relationship, to begin to control your relationship, to begin to unnecessarily interfere. They may be your friends for years, I know. They may be your colleagues for years, I know. They even may be your family members, I know. But you have to make a lot of decisions for yourself when it comes to relationship. Don't allow unnecessary interference. Don't allow unnecessary micromanaging. Stuff like, please, come and cook food for us so that we, his friends, will be sure that our friend will have to eat when he gets married to you. Such stuff shouldn't be done. And then you see the husband say, oh, the husband to be or the husband say, please come and cook so that my friends can certify if you are a really good cook. For how long are you going to live that kind of life in a relationship? For how long are you going to justify yourself before people? So most times, some of you say, oh, it doesn't matter, it's just something small, but then it begins to boil down to bigger things. It begins to boil down to larger issues that eventually disrupt the peace and harmony in the relationship. So what am I telling you tonight? Make up your mind to avoid controlling third party, to avoid micromanaging third party, and also to avoid unnecessary interference from these third parties. So I am not denying the fact that these people might have been with you for years, they might be close to you for years, but you're trying to start off something new, and that is why you have to be careful about the decisions that you are making in that relationship. If you give them a hand, they will take an elbow. If you give them a little opportunity, they will take up the whole time. They will make decisions for you. They will decide what they think is best for you. And eventually a day will come when you become so angry, so unhappy about the situation that you have to take a very rough decision. So I want to encourage everyone out there, if you are listening to me, if you are watching me right now, please and please and please guard your relationship. Protect your relationship. Protect your loved one. Protect your loved one from such hurt, such dilemma. Make up your mind to make sure that your relationship is sweet, is blossoming, is fruitful, and it's a safe haven for the partners involved. Did you get that? All right. So if you got that, we've been able to share up to 4 different relationship mistakes, and if you have been following, please let me know in the comment section if you're able to catch up with all of them. So number 1, we talked about too much expectation. Number 2, we talked about having no vision. Number 3, we talked about holding on to past grudges. Number 4, we talked about allowing third party to control, micromanage, and unnecessarily interfere in your relationship. So if you've gotten that up to this point, you are in line. Thumbs up. All right, so let's go to the next one, the number 5 relationship mistake that both married couples and dating couples make in their relationship, and that is expecting your partner to read your mind. Expecting your partner to read your mind instead of you communicating. Expecting your partner to read your mind instead of you communicating. Many people in relationship expect that their significant other will be able to read their mind and know what is wrong with them, and know what is paining them, and know what is pissing them off, and know how they are feeling. But please, you married a human being, not a mind reader. Let me say that again. To you watching out there, you did not marry a mind reader. You married a normal human being, and because you married a normal human being who may or may not be able to read your mind, you have to learn the art of communication. So you should come to the point where you're able to say what is on your mind without really hurting your partner, without really hurting them, without really making them feel sad. There are different ways through which you can communicate. Communication is key. I always say it on this show several time and time again, communication is the lifeline of every relationship. You have to make up your mind to communicate in your relationship, because if you don't communicate in your relationship, a lot of assumptions will go on, and these assumptions will eventually hurt your relationship. So please say your mind. Say what is wrong with you. Say how you are feeling. Say what is happening to you at the moment. Say what you thought about what he did, what you thought about what she did. Say how bad you feel about what he or she did, because this is essential. This is very, very essential. Many of you will just say, oh, he should know what he did to me. She should know what she did to me. If they see my face frown like this, they should be uncomfortable, because certainly they have hurt me. Certainly they have said something negative against me. But please, it's possible your partner may even hurt you without really knowing that they hurt you. It's possible they might have said something terrible to you without really understanding the implication of what they have actually said. And that is why you have to communicate. That is why you have to open your mouth and say what it is that is troubling you at that very time, so that you can ease the problem, you can ease the tension in the family. Did you get that? All right, I hope you got every piece of it, because we are getting to the next one. All right, we are getting to the next one. Number 6 relationship mistake that both married couples and dating couples make is having a lot of secrets. Having a lot of secrets. So you go to this one person, you say, oh, please don't tell him what I'm about to share with you. You go to another person and say, oh, please, what I'm about to share with you, please don't say it, because, oh, he'll get sad. Listen to me, you cannot keep secrets. When you're in a relationship, when you're married, you cannot keep secrets. There is need for transparency. There is need for you to be transparent. There is need for you to be open. Because when you are not open, when you are not transparent, something happens. You begin to create suspicion and lack of trust in the heart of the person you are in a relationship with. You begin to create suspicion. You begin to create lack of trust. You begin to create uncertainties in the heart of the person that you find yourself in a relationship with. That is why you have to be open. Avoid secrets. Secrets are killers of relationship. Secrets are destroyers of relationship. You have to make up your mind to be sincere and honest about the things you say and the things you do and where the places you go to. So we have to do this intentionally because we want to have a beautiful relationship. The Bible said about Adam and Eve that they were both naked and they were not ashamed. They were both naked and they were not ashamed. They came to the point where they were transparent to each other. Nobody had anything to hide. And because there was nothing to hide, there was a harmonious relationship between them. And because they were transparent and open to each other, they had a harmonious relationship. Can I tell you that the transparency level of your relationship will also determine the trust level of your relationship? You have to come to the point where you do not create suspicion, you do not create lack of trust in the heart of the person you are in a relationship with. And if there are things you have been hiding before, there are things you have not been open about, now will be the time to be open about what you are doing or what has happened in your life in the relationship. Do you know that there was a particular couple, the man was unable to have children. He had discovered he was impotent before he got married, but he still went ahead and got married to this particular lady, and they began to live as husband and wife. Now a time came, it became difficult. They were trying to have kids and they couldn't, and then they went to the hospital. This woman eventually found out that this issue of impotency was not just something that happened at that spot. The man had known for years and he still went ahead to marry her. This woman filed for divorce. She said she was not going to get married to him again because the marriage was built on deceit, that the marriage had the foundation of deceit, and because of that she could not continue in that relationship. The man was heartbroken, but it is possible that if he had opened up to his wife from the very beginning, the woman would have accepted him for who he was, and they would have planned, made an alternate plan, maybe to have adoption or to have other ways through which people can actually conceive with modern technology and stuff like that. But he kept it to himself and he made it a secret that he didn't tell her, and because of that the woman felt she had been shamed, she had been deceived, and that marriage was a sham. So please open up. Tell somebody, open up. Comment in the session, open up. Yeah, because everyone needs to open up, especially to your significant other, especially to the person you are married. You have to come to the point where you open up, where you're not hiding anything. Because many have said, oh, if you had told me this situation, if you had told me what you are going through, I would have still gone ahead to marry you all the same, your situation notwithstanding. That is why we have to be very, very intentional, very, very careful about the things we do, about how we behave, about how we take our relationship. Relationship build the world. Relationship separates people from people. All right. So please, that is why you have to be intentional about being transparent. Show yourself. There is need for transparency in relationship. It is before your husband or your wife that you can be most vulnerable. They should know your areas of weakness. They should know that this is you. Beyond the celebration, beyond the fame, beyond the popularity, they should know that this is the person that they actually got married to. So number 7, relationship mistakes that married couples and dating couples make in their relationship is making independent decisions without consulting each other. There comes a time in a relationship where the woman decides to make decisions concerning their relationship, and she's not carrying her husband along. She's not carrying her significant other along. Even in dating relationships, you see males, because they believe they are the head, because they believe that they have the leadership role, they go ahead and make decisions without really consulting their wives or consulting their significant partner. That is something that is very, very wrong to do. If you are going to make a decision for the family, if you're going to make a decision for yourself, as long as you are already committed in a relationship, you have to be very open and transparent about it. You have to let the other person know what it is you are doing and why you are doing what you are doing. You cannot come and say, oh, this is the decision we're taking. We are relocating from Nigeria to Tanzania. And that's just your decision. That's your final decision. You should be able to carry her along and figure out, what does she want? Is this aligned with her vision? Is this going to help her life and her destiny and her ministry? Is this going to be efficient? Is this going to push this family forward? Is this going to be beneficial to the family as a whole? You have to get your partner involved in the decisions that you are making. Don't make solo decisions. Don't make decisions alone, because you have to carry him or her along. And this is expedient because both of you are now a couple. So this is very key for people in relationship. You have to make decisions together. Consult him today. Consult her today. Don't do it all by yourself. I want to believe that if Eve had consulted Adam before eating of that fruit, we wouldn't have been where we are today. But she ate, and because she had eaten, the husband decided to just join her to eat so that she wouldn't have to suffer alone. That is the story of their love. So next on the line, next point I want to share with you on relationship mistakes that married couples and dating couples make in their relationship is belittling and disempowering your partner because you make more money in the relationship. Let me say that again. Belittling or disempowering your partner because you are the one who makes more money in the relationship. See, it is a privilege, it's a blessing that you're the one making money in this relationship. But you can't say because you're the one who makes all the money that you have all the right to belittle your spouse, belittle your significant other in your relationship, look down on them, disempower them, and say, oh, because I have all the money, I call all the shots, this is not going to happen. That is not fair. That is not fair. Many of us make such relationship mistakes, and when we make them, it eventually affects our destiny, it eventually affects our marriages, it affects the way we see life, because this is not healthy for us. But we want a blossoming relationship. We want a relationship that is alive, that is healthy, that makes everyone happy, and that is why, that is the very reason why you cannot belittle or disempower your partner. Rather be the one to lift them up. Rather be the one to speak good news to them. Rather be the one to say positive things to them. Rather be the one to motivate them. Rather be the one to encourage them and strengthen them and cheer them up, because you are not meant to belittle. You are meant to increase them. You are meant to make them better. Have you not heard the scriptures that one will chase 1,000, but two will chase 10,000? Normal mathematical equation should be able to explain the thoughts that one will chase 1,000, two will chase 2,000. No, but there is a synergy in energy when it comes to relationship. There is a synergy in energy when it comes to relationship. One will chase 1,000, but two will chase 10,000. After now, I see you chasing 10,000 on every side, in your marriage, in your relationship, in your business, in everything that you do right now. That will be your portion in Jesus' name. So please do not belittle. Please do not disempower your partner because you're the one who makes more money. As a matter of fact, see it as a blessing of God. See it as a rare privilege that you are the one who is making more money. And as a result of that, you'll be able to improve and help others who are around you, and help your partner especially. Many people have gotten married to people, maybe males gotten married to females, and they promise them, oh, I'm going to advance your school, I'm going to increase your business, I'm going to expand what you are doing, and eventually after marriage, they could not keep to those promises, and this is wrong. This is wrong. I always encourage people, say what you mean and mean what you say. Please don't make someone a fake promise. Don't tell somebody you're going to do something that you do not mean to do. This is very, very, very key. This is very, very essential for married couples and dating couples. So please make up your mind to live right, to do what is right by God, and God will lift you up on every side in the name of Jesus. Number 9, relationship mistake that married couples and dating couples make is taking each other for granted. They come to a point where there is a lot of familiarity. They come to a point where what each other does not really matter to them, all right? So they focus on their own private lives, on their own individual lives, and they take everything for granted. You have to come to the point where you say, no, 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 I cannot take everything for granted in this relationship. I cannot take my partner for granted. I cannot take my husband for granted. I cannot take my wife for granted. I cannot take you for granted, because together we are in this, all right? Make up your mind to make sure that you make your husband feel special, that you make your wife feel special. One advice I'd like you to hold on to heart is that you should, as a woman, you should make sure that you keep pumping your husband's ego. You keep making his ego better. You keep telling him how good he is, how powerful he is, how intelligent he is, how smart he is, how much he's a good provider. You have to pump his ego intentionally. And for the man, please don't toy with the emotions of your wife. Please, whatever she's feeling per time, help her through it. Show her that you'll be there. Show her that you care. Show her that no matter how bad the going goes, that you will always be there for her, that you will stand by her, and that you show her how much you love her. So there is need for both couples, each other, to make each other feel special. Don't take each other for granted. Don't look down on each other, because you need your relationship to thrive. You need your relationship to become better. You need your relationship to be blossom and become the cynosure of all eyes. So please do this. Please do this. Please, if you have been watching and you have been following us, I'd like you to let me know which of the points blessed you the most. Let me know in the comment section. And if you just joined us, please do well to go back to the beginning of the video and watch it again, and watch it because it's going to be so helpful. Remember, we said relationship mistakes that both married couples and dating couples make, and we said that number 1 is too much expectations, and number 2 is having no vision for your relationship, and number 3 is holding on to past grudges and past wrongs, and number 4 is allowing third-party influences to control your relationship, to micromanage your relationship, and to create unnecessary interference. And we also said number 5 that another relationship mistake that both married couples and dating couples make is expecting your partner to read your mind. We also said that the number 7 relationship mistake that both married couples and single and dating couples make is making independent decisions without consulting each other. So number 6 is having a lot of secrets. Another relationship mistake that both married couples and dating couples make is having a lot of secrets. Number 7 is making independent decisions without consulting one another. Number 8 is belittling or disempowering your partner because you are the one who makes more money in the relationship. And number 9 is taking each other for granted. Now that I have run through all the 9 that we have already taken, can I tell you number 10? Are you ready? All right, so number 10 relationship mistakes that most married couples and dating couples make in their relationship is trying to change the person. Have you heard somebody say, oh, don't worry, I'm going to change him. Oh, don't worry, he's going to change, she's going to change. Nobody changes anybody. Newsflash. All right, let me give that newsflash again. Nobody changes anybody. You can change him, you can change her, you can change nobody. Anybody who is going to change is going to change because they want to change. They are going to change because they have made a decision to get better. They have made a decision to quit what it is they are doing. They have made a decision to excel and become the best version of what they are doing. So you, my dear listener, today, you have to make up your mind not to try to change anyone. Not to try to change anyone, because many strive, they stress themselves trying to change their partner. Maybe they want them to become more gentle, maybe they want them to talk more slowly, they want them to talk faster, they want them to become a bit more romantic. Whatever it is, you cannot really change your partner. Only the person who has desired to change is the one who will eventually change. So I want to encourage each and every one of you out there who listen to me, who watch me today. Please, I want to thank you most especially for watching this program, for liking it, for commenting, for sharing. Thank you so much. And because of you, our message at Checkpoint is reaching a wider audience. So I want to especially salute you and say thank you for all that you do for us at Checkpoint. Now, these are the few thoughts I decided to share with you on relationship mistakes that both married couples and dating couples make. I hope that they have richly blessed you and that you have been able to gain a lot of insight into the things that you shouldn't be doing for your relationship. So if you are out there and you watch all of this, let me know in the comment section. Let me know you followed truly. Let me know that you were blessed. Let me know that your life was enriched and empowered. And I'll be glad, so glad to hear from you. Now, until I come your way again, keep making a positive, indelible mark in the lives of people and on the sands of time. I love you. Bye.
Through the inspiration of the Holy Spirit and deep encounters with God, Bishop Okudili and Pastor Ifeoma Eze have written and published over 70 live transforming books. Succeeding in Marriage After the Wedding, Treasures in a Trash, all you need to succeed in marriage. Preparing for your season of demand. Building a marriage that will stand the test of time, and many more. If you're in Nigeria, you can get these at Zion Heritage and Miracle Ministries branches. For further inquiries, call 0809-178-7299 or 0805-716-1060. Remain lifted for life.